Thanks for staying tuned, and welcome to another edition of the HGP Sport for today, December 10th. I am Stanford Howard. Thanks for joining us in boxing. Despite noteworthy performances and 9 medals, Guyana finished third in the Caribbean Boxing Championships. Samuel Gillis has the details.
Guyana finished third at the 2019 Caribbean Boxing Championships after winning 9 medals against a tough field of boxers in Trinidad and Tobago over 4 nights of competition. Trinidad and Tobago, which had a field of 25 boxers, are the new champions, while Barbados just pipped Guyana by a single point to place second. Some 17 nations, including powerhouse Cuba, participated in the championships. Guyana had initially selected a team of 21 boxers, but funding only allowed 13 to participate in the competition. 9 of them won medals. Sisters Alicia and Abiola Jackman and defending Caribbean bantamweight champion Kevin Alicock led the charge with 3 gold medals. Abiola used a combination of punches to stop her older opponent Kenesha Clark in 1 minute and 30 seconds into the first round of the women's novice division 69 kg final. Alicock, who was Guyana's trump card, lived up to expectations when he dominated his USVI opponent, Othniel Ortiz, in their bantamweight final. The Guyanese dominated the fight from the start with left hooks and right hands and focused body shots, which led to a unanimous victory. For HGP Sport, I am Samuel Gillis.
North Georgetown dethrones West Rungville and Tugville Primary takes home third place as the 6th annual Small Girls on the 11 football tournament wraps up. Jaden Samuels has the details.
After a grueling 6 weeks of competition, the annual Smalter Girls tournament has a new champion following the final, which was played on Saturday. The third-place playoff game between Tocqueville Primary and Redeemer was the first to take center stage, and after showcasing much talent, that game remained scoreless up until it was time for a penalty shootout. The shootout went without a goal until a slip-up by the goalkeeper that put Tocqueville in the lead, which they maintained to place third. The match of the day between North Georgetown and last year's champion was a clash destined to happen for week on, with both teams playing at their best in the round-robin stage. Martha Chance, who has been a key player for North Georgetown throughout the season, opened their account in the 11th minute with West Rimeveld. Danella Lewis leveling things up in the 15th minute and closing the first half at 1 apiece. With the resumption of the second half, Chance proved her talent by completing a double 2 minutes into the game to give North the lead back, as West Rimeveld maneuvered through the field searching for a goal to level up the game, but the defense and the goalkeeper kept them at bay to seal the victory and the 6th annual Smalter Girls on the 11 football title to 1. The accolades for most valuable player and highest goal went to Martha Chance, while her teammate Ayana Griffith was adjudged best goal scorer. Rounding out the table in the 5th position was Smith Memorial, 6th St. Stephen's, 7th Temeri, and 8th South Rimeveld. Jadon Samuels, HGP Sport.
In athletics, Guyana's Alain Pompey has been elected president of Pan Am Sports Athlete Commission following an election by the new Athlete Commission held on December 6th at the Pan Am Sports headquarters in Mexico. Known for her dominance in the 400-meter, Pompey will sit in her first executive board meeting on December 15th. The Guyanese gained her selection following the first meeting with the new Pan Am Sports Athlete Commission members. In football news, Golden Grove and Friendship secured their quarterfinal spots in the inaugural 592 Bear Inter-Village Football Festival at the Golden Grove Community Center ground. Hear more in this report. The inaugural 592 Inter-Village Football Festival is getting down to the business end over the weekend when Golden Grove tackled Annandale. Golden Grove Celeste Huntley opened the scoring in the 5th minute. The second goal occurred in the 18th minute from Quaison Macallo. Forward and captain Dwayne Jacobs made it 3-0 in the 25th minute to round out the first half with the advantage. With the resumption of the second half, Annandale still lacked the zest to power through the home side's defense despite many close attempts. The final nail came in the 60th minute as McCullough added another for his second goal of the night, handing his side a 4-0 victory. While in the next matchup of the night, Friendship edged Paradise 2-1. Dylan Wright opened the scoring for Friendship in the 32nd minute. That was the lone goal of that half. In the second half, Wright proved again to be valuable to score first in the 51st minute. Tyreek Cummings out of Paradise netted one in the 80th minute. The tournament continues at the Boxing Ground on Sunday, December 15th, with the opening round of the quarterfinal section. The eventual champions of the event will pocket 300,000 Guyana dollars and the championship trophy. On the other hand, the second, third, and fourth place finishers will receive 150,000, 100,000, and 75,000 respectively, and the corresponding trophy. For HGP Sport, I am Stanford Howard. Continuing with some football, the eagerly anticipated and very popular annual GT Bear football is attracting new sponsors, including political parties, as its traditional sponsors, Banks DIH, contemplates its inputs this year. Jaden Samuels tells us more.
The Upper Demerara Football Association, UDFA, has continued to stage their yearly GT Bear football with its domestic clubs in pursuit of honors to the liking of the big football fan base in the sports crazy town of Linden. This year, however, the challenge is one of acquiring the necessary sponsorship to stage the much looked forward to contest. The UDFA has come in for some harsh criticisms from its affiliates, and even clubs have sought to bid to stage the year-end football because of the importance to the community. The Mackenzie Sports Club has also been engaged to have dates available to ensure the venue is ready, and while all this is happening from other quarters, interest seems to be increasing. Information reaching HGP Sport reveals that the Change Guyana political party through Nigel Hines and Robert Badal has offered to be part sponsors and Guy Construction Company. While confirmation has not yet come, the UDFA is hoping that the government, through approaches made to the Ministry of Social Cohesion and the Ministry of the Presidency, would chip in with their share of support. This is against the backdrop that the main sponsor, Banks DIH, has reportedly not decided what level of sponsorship they will be throwing in after years of being the main sponsor, which resulted in UDFA seeking other means to make possible the Christmas tournament. According to a release, the Alliance for Change is interested and should be among the sponsors, while this week, Banks DIH, through its GT Beer brand, should be making the Upper Demerara Football Association an offer they cannot refuse as its main sponsor. Jaden Samuels, HGP Sport.
Thank you, Jaden. And finally, in cricket, West Indies will try to repeat their luck when they face off with India on Wednesday in the final match of the T20 series. In March 2016 in Mumbai, they trounced the Indians in the semi-finals in the last World Cup T20 championships in the same venue. The West Indies will be hoping to benefit from their power-hitting batting lineup, which could be their biggest strengths on what is likely to be a familiar flat track, with the shorter boundaries than the other two previous matches. And with India hoping to capture the series, the Indians will have to focus on the need to tighten their catching and fielding, particularly on the lights, and they will probably need more from their lower middle order against West Indies. The final T20 match will bowl off at 9:30 a.m. local time, Wednesday. That concludes this edition of the HGP Sportscast, but do remember, many men go fishing all of their lives without knowing that it is not fish thereafter. Over to you, Javon. Goodbye.